Good morning and welcome to the Breakfast Club. My name is Darren Hancock and this is ThetaWaveTrader. Well, there you have it, folks. The argument is over. The debate over whether or not it was going up or down yesterday has now been validated. And yes, I took my trade off because I couldn't wait. I said I was going to leave it till the morning the next day. My objective was down here. And my mind got to me, but there you go. There you have it. I said it was going lower, and there you go. Lower it is. That took a while to get there. And that was all based off this hourly. I wanted to see this. I wanted to see it come back just into this one more time. And it was waffling back and forth here so long, it convinced me to get out. But that breaker was what I wanted to see hold, and it did. Didn't even get through it. It just left my original thought alone. Anyway, doesn't matter. I'm out of the trade now. I'm going to close that one out. Turn that off. Turn that off. Well, it won't let you do it while the open's going, so give that a couple of seconds. I hope you're all doing well. Let's have a look at the markets for today. So if we close below here today, this consolidation, we want to see it come back into this and keep coming lower. Looking at this candle's high, the open, and the mean threshold of this candle, along with that biscuit sitting right here. If we can get below this mean threshold, I'm looking for a run on the lows. So this previous little high, and I gotta trust my. You gotta trust your trading, your levels, and whether that self-doubt. I tell you, that was all just my head mucking around with me. Should have just left it alone. Anyway, so we're heading down. And what do we got? Let's look at the 4 hour, shall we? So I'm just coming back to fill this in now. Now I want to see what kind of reaction I get off of this. Do we get a complete fill? Is there a smaller time frame reversal at a key higher time frame perspective? So let me get rid of this. Fail to modify the order. It's not letting. Oh, there we go. This one's down. So now we're through that level. Now I'm looking for this high here. I'm looking for this candle's high, half this wick, which should put us right in the middle of this order block here. This one here, there's a little tiny imbalance right there. So the midpoint, let's see what kind of reaction we get inside this little area right here. put that as a right now. No. See what kind of reaction we get inside here. And then look on the lower time frames to see if there's a reversal. And then what I'll do is I'll go to this is a nice little 4-hour retest here. Multiple times we retested it. And lower. NQ made it to the mean threshold of this candle, retested it again, and lower. Market structure shift. If we can keep that market structure shift now below this level and this level, come back and retest here or here, then I want to see that go lower. And I'll be targeting down here. In my little box, let's see us reach for. Dow Jones. I want to see us get through this level here, which we have. Let's see if we take out this candle on the downside. Oil. This is fine. Let's go to an hour. Kind of stuck right now. On the 1 hour chart, it's stuck. We got to get, feels like it wants to go bullish, but we can't get through this level. We get a nice body through here on an hourly basis. I'd like to see that push higher for these relative equal highs above us for oil. 5 minute, we could see a retest down here. Didn't get through the mean threshold. We did there. 5 minute. Morning, Chris. Reload the chart. Hello, 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 Ron. What a move. Yes, indeed. What a move. So we can't do anything till it breaks out of here in the hourly, really. Natural gas. No, I'm not convinced there's anything big going on there yet. Well, Mom and Dad, you must be happy. I know Dad's not watching, but if you guys were, I'm glad to see your TSX is doing well. Consolidating. It's got to get out of here. Consolidating. They've worked down, taken out the lows. They've taken the highs here, and now they've taken the lows, and they've pulled back into this range. This consolidation. See that run up to 98.07. So another 0.7, 0.8. And then see what kind of reaction you get off that. You could go as high as 98.2. And then you want to see that rollover, or still in those sticks there. See, I put the sticks out there a few days ago. Let's see how well that holds. Got to break out of there with something significant. This BISI here, just been filled. I like the fact that we kind of traded below it, trading back into it. Kind of gives me some direction to here. So I want to see this candle hold. So you can see a little dip down in the Forex market and then another run higher. As this kind of rolls over, I want to see it start running for this next little level down here, which should give this foreign currencies a lift. Finally, the German DAX is taking off. All this waffling going on in here. Back inside this imbalance. There's one level we wanted to see hold. It gave way here, came back, got on top of it. Just kind of, I didn't see anything in here yesterday. I was long on this for a while until it started coming back into there again. And it's like, no. So now we've hit the premium box. What do we have here? Let's look at Disney. I want to see Disney come back into this level here now. Hold price anywhere inside here. Hold price. It can keep coming higher into this BISI. See if we can get through that to go higher. If we just come back and fill this gap to that city, BISI overlap, I'll be fine with that too. And then we'll see if it continues to go this go, no go higher zone. Look forward to making a little bounce back. Come back into this level here. You go all the way up into this level, right there. And I suppose up there as well. We might just see another sweep of these highs and roll over. Right now it's bullish. We're through the main threshold here. We've taken the highs, so I'd like to see that push up into this BISI, this imbalance up here. Did we do all these already? We did. I hope you know that. Repeating. Looking for silver to reach for that carrot again. So right inside that little box area we're looking at to see if we get some reaction. We've gotten a little bit of a reaction off of that. Leave that there. Let's put this down to a 15-minute chart. See, the concern here yesterday was whether or not we're going to pull back into this range, 50% or not, or 62%, and use this consolidation. This is where all my doubts start coming in, start thinking this would potentially come back and take this here. So I chickened out, got out of the trade, and you see it went right through my objectives. Oh well. Spilt milk, man, that's all. So let's wait to see. Let's put 830 in here. Let's see if Hadi's continuation on the upside goes over here. This is 830 open. I think it's 830 open. Yep. We're changing direction here now. Body traded above it. Include the imbalance. You have to include this whole thing here now. You have to include this entire little section. It's got to get above that. Oh, I know it's not inversion. This is. Include the whole thing. We'll wait for it to get through there. Right now it's just banging on the top of it. Let's see how everybody's doing this morning. Ali, reload chart. Wrong, low, move, game with YTF. Crypto's dead. Crypto is dying. I think I'm in a trade in crypto still. Did I get in that? No, I didn't get in that. I was looking for a short there. I was looking for it to pop up and get me in there. I guess that was I wanted to go short last night. Didn't quite get the pop up I was looking for. Or I did, and it went up. Oh, what's that? Oh, no, that's there. I didn't get that trade, but I was looking for a short last night. And holy crap, it went short. I can eliminate that trade now. Wow, did it ever go short? Holy crap. That's like a $5,000, $6,000 drop right there. 17, 24, $7,000 drop. What are they doing to Bitcoin, you guys? Now, let's see if we can see where the turn occurred. And distracted little trade points here. Let's look at where the change occurred so you can see if you could have caught that after the fact. This is a 5-minute chart, so keep that in mind. So there's the first little change. You want to see this candle to the left of it. You look for the bearish candle as you would look for the bullish candle if you're going higher. You wait for that to get taken on the downside and use the support to go lower. So that's the break. Come back inside, find support. Look at all the support there. It holds price back right at its mean threshold. Continues to push lower. You wait for a new structure break down below the discount box down here. There's premium, there's discount. Take the discount box right here. Oops. And you draw it out. We're through it. And then you pop back through it again. You go, I'm on the wrong side of this. I'm coming back into this range. If you look at the range, high and low. right on or just before 50% there. Puts us back in that order block, so your stop loss would have to be above that. Trade below the lows again, come back, find support at them, all this, and that imbalance. As soon as you see it get through it, you want to see it come back and use it as support. Goes over, comes lower. You see a change in direction. Then you wait for this to get broken on the downside. Right. There. You wait for a body to break on the downside. You look at this these highs, you don't want to see the highs taken now. There's that run below, fair value gap. You want to see if it gets above that, above this candle, use that for support to go higher. It didn't. Continue to now break down below it, come back inside it, continue going lower. So you could have still stayed in that had you watched the levels that we look for every morning. You could still see, you could be in that monster little Bitcoin run. You would have been aiming for a discount or raise along the way if you would have been doing what we do every morning. So you probably wouldn't be in that unless you were into this guy right here. If you look for the next discount array there. So if you're going from premium to discount inside that range, you want to see if that level gets supported. See, it literally freezes on it, comes back out, then drives through it. So this whole drive through, if you wanted that to hold and go higher, you got your stop taken right away, or you would wait for it to break through that, come back, find support of that, keep coming lower. Well, that just ripped through on you. So this hold down, close candle, probably wouldn't have been in on unless you were carrying a short from way up high. Bitcoin also dead, up to $4,000 move, only in minutes. Yeah, that's right. I don't know if the crypto is dead, but it certainly did take a little slap in the face. But crypto has done, it's had many times it's dropped $4,000, $7,000. Like, look at this from here. That's not 109 all the way down to here. That's like $30,000, $35,000 drop, and then it recovers again. So it's a little $7,000 pop on a weekly basis. You wouldn't start worrying about it till it breaks through 116.84, unless you're like a micro trader. Like if you're just trading days, this is not something you're willing to let it drop another $3,000. But if it gets through here on a close on a weekly level, then look for a retest of this low and engaging in this BISI one more time. But I'd expect to see if this BISI here on the weekly level I want to see if we hold that, come back and tap it, or start pushing higher. This candle now has been validated, so I'd like to see if that holds price, or it starts to give way and we start to attack this fair value gap again on a weekly level. Right there, that's a CAM2 model. You want to see that hit there, reverse and go higher. CAM3 model would be I guess it would have to be this. Yeah, right there. I want to see it leave from there. That's the low. You start digging through that and you start getting into this leg. from this side. Let's put this as a line in the sand right here. That'd be a cam 3 right there. So you're in a cam 2. Cam 3 would be here. If you trade a body below this, look for a run below here. And then if we see a candle pop through that, look for another run back inside this range here. Bitcoin. That's too much time on Bitcoin. Let's have a look over here. Okay. If there's any specific level you guys or chart you want me to look at, just type it in the chart. Good morning, Craig. I got a little early start this morning. This could be a huge price leg lower now. I'm looking for a retest of this consolidation down here again and work through that. I'm looking for second stage accumulation, distribution, the unicorn trade. First stage, distribution, second stage. See it come back up and just tap these old lows here. And then second stage, I want to see a huge unicorn run today. Hey, D, thinking your volume is too low. My volume is too low again? It's giving me like red levels here. I think your volume's too low. I'm like right up there. Like there's my decibel levels. You can see it. Like I'm right up close near my red level there. I could try cranking it more. Let me see what I got here. Properties. Oops. This is advanced audio properties. That's 500 right there. I've got my mic at 500%, so that's about as best as I can give you right there. And I'm fully maxed out on my, so I'd have to get like, and start yelling. No. Check your microphone or your speaker levels. I've got it maxed out as much as I can. Nope, that was me. Good morning on Long Crew Traders. I don't need a better mic. You check this mic out, man. That's a Rode mic, man. That's a fancy ass mic. Nothing wrong with my microphone. And I'm trying to be as close as I can, so I just got to learn to speak up a bit more, I suppose. Damn right, my mic looks great. That's an awesome mic. I gotta play with the settings. I'm at 500% on my mic. I'll have to check into it and see if I can get it better. I'll bump it up. I'll see if 1,000% increase on my mic will make a difference. I doubt it, but what the hell? 100. That's 1,000%. Now that's like red. That's totally redlining now. So I guess it does make a difference. Okay. Do you guys hear me now? That should make a difference for you. You guys shouldn't have a problem hearing me now. Oh, mic drop down to 100%. Let's go. You're redlining. Let's go. Right there. That's good. 700%. You guys should hear me now. Well, I've been using the same software and using the same setup for almost 2 years now. So I hope it's not that. I hope you guys can hear me okay. All right, let's have a look at some of these other ones here. There, we got a nice little displaced above. I can tap it for a CAM model 1. That's a nice little CAM model 1. Tap and go. Now you're looking for a run on these highs. I don't want to see this busy fill in now. I want to see that continue pushing higher. You're through the mean threshold or consequent encroachment of that wick. We've popped above it. You're above all these relative equal highs here now. Look at those highs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times they hit the same level. 63.09. See if we can't push this higher now. You don't want to lose that level there, Craig. If you do, that mean threshold there. There you go. Keep going. What's our DAX up to? Just swept this little high here. It's through the mean threshold. Watch this level right here. Index. Gold. Nice little change in direction there. Gold for short. Discount boxes. Run back from premium. Discount. Run through it. Took the lows. Don't even retest them. You missed the boat. If you didn't catch that, you missed the boat. There's nothing in here for me to play with for gold. Keep an eye on CAM 2 and CAM 3 for Bitcoin. That's a daily chart. 4-hour chart. 1-hour chart. Let's see if we can't find something in here on the 1-hour chart. Oh yeah, right there. That's a nice little catch. Ooh, that's beautiful right there. So what I'd like to see now is if we close below this level, I want to see us come back and retest this level right here. Let me just get rid of all this stuff. You want to close below that, then use this as support to come lower. If we get back above this level, there's a fair value gap that forms below here. We get back above this level, look for a run back into that range again. Otherwise, I'm looking for lower prices if we close below here. Good morning, Joe Mack. Back from the business trip. Welcome, welcome. We have the bull trap right here inside this range. You look to the left candle. You want to see the mean threshold give way. It doesn't. It's holding right on there. And we've got a change in direction above a little high. You trade below it right here. You trade back into it right here and continue going lower. Now we want to see if this downside gives way. We've got a slight pop below it now. Come back inside. I want to see that roll over now, come lower. Good morning, Abs. On the daily, I wouldn't say so now, Abs. We're into institutional order flow. Usually just puts you a little pop in here. I guess that's all depends on your definition of institutional order flow entry. I don't think Michael's, I don't know if he's actually defined that as a exactly how far it pops in. Anybody got an idea about that? Has he ever mentioned exactly how far he sees it coming in? 25%. I know he's mentioned 25% as a sign of strength if it only comes to there, or 25 is weak. If you're coming into a wick and you see only 25% of it and it rolls over and comes down, it's a sign of weakness. So up to 25%, I would imagine, would be institutional order flow. So that is that's the level you're looking for. You want to see now. You look for an opportunity to see a reversal on the 1 hour, 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 or 5, and look for a reversal here. That's what I'd be looking for anyway if I was using that as an order flow entry drill. So now you'd be down here looking for this candle to get taken on the upside. Use it as support to run back into the range, and then you have to hope that that's less than 50%. So you can use your take profit model 1, and it's just barely above that high. So you'd have to see it pop up, come back down, find some support inside here, and if you lose that mean threshold of that candle, given you can use the whole candle because that'll bring you back into this premium BISI, tap it. You can, even if you use the whole thing, you'd still be inside that candle, and you'd want to go higher. That's what I'd be looking for on that one anyway. Your little piggies did a little turn, and then where's our little piggies? Let's see this. Where's the little piggies? There they are. So we've got this little turn in here, looking at this range. And I want to see if this range gets 50% of it gets hit. It does right here, and then we get a change, a run back up above there, closed up, tapped it. Now we're looking between here and here, and if our upside objective is still up here, then I want to see this give way now, and little pigs to keep running higher. So if you're in this trade, you want to kind of look at it and say, how far back am I willing to let this ride if I'm in profits? To say, yeah, we could just be doing a smaller return back into this range, 50% of the range, and then I want to see a reaction off that. So you see this fair value gap form just above that 50%. It comes down, taps it. Then you get a nice reaction. You think, great, now keep getting through here. Use this as support. Now I've got a buffer. Now I've got some little leg, little ridge to stand on so I can start pushing for the next hole in the wall that I can get my piton into, and then I'm going to start pushing higher. Does that make sense? It's the same as this whole range here. But who wants to give up that much run? 50% of that run, because that's less than 50% there. We just ran out these lows, change in direction. You want to wait for it to get above here. It does get above there. Pops up. You don't even get a chance to tap it. So then you wait for the premium level here to get taken. It does. It just keeps running. So now you're looking for this level here. Support. Keep running up. So this would have been that endurance kind of crap that I went through last night with that NQ. All the doubts start creeping in your mind, so just trust that your levels are going to hold. If they don't, then just get back in sync with it, because 9 times out of 10 it'll work for you. Trust your levels. Trust your levels. How you doing down there, Abs? How's the visit with the kid? Did he have a good time in Spain? I bet he did. Young guy in his youth in Spain for 2 years, working his butt off, enjoying life, living large. To be in our 20s and 30s again. Yeah, we're sitting here waiting for something to happen. So we'll wait for 10 o'clock. I bet he didn't. I bet he didn't. But sometimes you got to come back to the reality of life and lay down some roots. So you're inside this range here, premium and discount. You've ran through this discount, but now if you start to pop back up above it, that's where you go. Now I'm not looking for a short. I'm still inside this range, and you don't want to get beat up every time it runs above and below. Now, mind you, you have to use this whole thing because this is imbalance. You have to use this and this. So we have pop below it here. There's a small little imbalance down here as well. You almost have to include all of that all the way down to there. That'll include that imbalance, this. But, you know, draw your lines right from there and just test them and see how sensitive each one of those little data points are. So the high, consequent encroachment, the low, this high, its consequent encroachment, low. These are all little tiny data points as far as I'm concerned. I like them all. So for the sake of the small range, we'll just put you inside the whole thing and wait for the market structure shift. You got to get above this level or get below this level. Morning, Shepard. Hope as well. All is well with you. How's your back? Ollie, good morning. How's everybody doing in the channel? haven't seen Hadid this morning. I hope he's okay. Everybody, oh, there he is. Oh, that was last night. 7 p.m. last night. Like watching paint dry, isn't it? You need a dancing monkey or something. Here's oil for you. Oil still continuing to go higher. Lovely, lovely. I think you're in this, aren't you, Craig? The highs are run now. That's awesome. So hourly puts us inside here. That's the new day opening gap. Is that what that is? New week opening gap. We're coming back into that now. If we can get back on top of the new week opening gap, use it as support. Start targeting your new day opening gaps above you. And this, what is this one? Okay. It's going to get through here, Craig. Once it gets above here, you want to see it break through this. If it comes back, retest this, expect to see a return back into these old highs here, and see if we can't get back through this level. You just want to see it tap this, come back, give you a return, and then see if it pushes higher, but it's got to get through that level. For me, that'll put you up into, yeah, into this box here. On the 1 minute chart, I think it's a mitigation block if it goes higher and comes back to the fair value gap. Which one's this one, Joe? Which one are we looking at? Give me the time frame and the chart. I've been jumping around so much here I might have missed your comment. What chart are we talking about here? There, we're bouncing into it now. Let's see what kind of reaction we get inside here. NQ. Okay, thank you. On the 1 minute chart, I think it's a mitigation block if it goes up higher. It comes back to the fair value gap. If it goes higher and then comes back to the fair value gap, I guess it all depends whether or not you consider this breaker, all the breaker, making its own low and taking itself out. You consider that a breaker or a mitigation block. If it doesn't take that low, like if you say, well, I'm looking at these two candles and they don't take that low, then yeah, I agree with you, mitigation for sure. So if it comes up, comes back down, mitigates off of this last up close candle or these two candles together, fair value gap goes higher, I'm all for that too. But to me, I got to get above here as well. I feel like it's just cooling its jets, ready for a next explosive run lower. We could get a little pop up here into this whole previous old high, into the consequent encroachment of this, and then roll over and give me another price leg lower. I can see why people look at these things as bear flags and bull flags. I guess there's some sort of validity to it in terms of how they look. But when they fail, you can see when they fail. But when they're supported, you can see as like, okay, that's more of a consolidation down here. Consolidation, displacement, or manipulation, and then displacement. It's just dropped, so I don't think it's forming. You're literally between here and here right now. So I got nothing for that right now. Booyah, you're right up through. Keep coming. If you can get right through this and use this as support now, I want to see it close above here. The fact that you got a little pop through that, I like that. I like that. So it's got to stay above that. If it's not, then it rolls over and comes back down lower. Like to see 64 on crude, 1 hour premium box. Yeah, 64.11. Just remember, you've got you got 3 premiums above you. Okay, so you've got premium 1, premium 2, premium 3. You through 1. You stabbed into 1. You got to get above here, get some support inside this one, and then you're going to get above that to get to this. These are the holes in the walls you want to get your gear into to hold you so you can climb higher. But if you pop it in there and it slips out, and you'd have a free fall, you're coming back to here before that catches. So you're going to see that piece hold. And you've got to change your direction already. You've already traded below it. So that pops into there now. Watch for that to come back lower. You talking to the computer. Oh, nice. You're fancy, are you? You got to change your direction already, Craig. You hit a level that I'm expecting resistance on. We're calling it lower, and it's going lower. You got to recognize these moments, man, and say, I'm out. That's a CAM mod or the take profit model 2. No, take profit model level 3. So if you go in here and you go, I'm going long off of this old high, it takes that high right here. I'm entering in long, and you go, as soon as it breaks a BISI on the downside, I'm out. This one didn't get broken. nothing broken, nothing broken, nothing, 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 and then this gets broken, you're out. So you've got from here to there, that's take profit model 2, where you're giving back profits now. So the thing is if you get out right there, you say, I'm just closing out right there. If I see that open here, lower, I'm out. Comes back. If it touches the opening again, I'm out of my trade. There's different ways you can manage that spot right there. If it doesn't come back into your trade and keeps going lower, then that's the next level. Now you want to see it come back in here and use this level to keep coming lower. Because we're looking for this level back down here, right? This old high, which is this imbalance. This old high. Right there, and I'll roll over, keep coming lower. Shorting Craig. Ready to go, Russell? Hannah Bills. Yo, you're new. Welcome to our channel. Welcome, welcome. Everybody's welcome. What take profit model 2? What's take profit model 2? There's take profit model 1, 2, 3, and 4. You have to decide which model is best for you, which one to use, employ, which one you're happy with. There's so much for you to learn yet, Rom. We learned about take profit model 1. That's the easiest one. It's the best one to use in the short term. And it's the safest one to use to protect your money. Sometimes gives you perfect payouts. Sometimes you miss golden opportunities, but use that in conjunction with range extension. You got yourself a winning setup. Again, so watch them, study them. The problem is when you start getting tons of people's opinions about multiple different setups and trades, and you got to pick one, study it, spend months on it, weeks on it, whatever you want, get really good at it, and then decide whether or not it's valid. And the best way to check it is it something you can utilize on any asset class? Or is it only somebody said, oh, it really works well on a 5-minute, not so good on a 15, then it's not algorithmic. It's got to be an algorithmic setup as far as I'm concerned to be a solid trade. So Craig, you want this to get back through this level here to go long. So even if you go here and you say, I'm out right here, and it comes back down, and you say, I'm looking for this small range here. And then I go from here to here, and I go, where's 50% right here? Okay, so that 50%, I want to see a change in direction on a lower 15-second chart. I want to see a change in direction that supports running back through here. Because if I get back through here, you get back in sync with the market and go higher. Well, you got out here and you get back in sync with it going higher that way. And you miss that little piece from there to, well, you may not even miss much if it comes back inside. And you'll only miss a small piece here to here. Sorry, here to here. So now we've dropped below this level. I expect to see this hold and roll over and come lower now. If we get back through that level, then your upside you are looking for to see a continuation is 63.78. Nice, that was crude trade. That was the day trade. Sorry for asking. Yes, still a lot to learn. Do not apologize, Rom. Never apologize for asking questions. You ask as many questions as you want, man. That's what we're here for. This isn't about egos and shit like that. If you got questions, ask. If I can't answer it, there are people in here who certainly can. And if we can't, we can just go straight to the horse himself, Michael. There's an AI that literally spits out what the horse is talking, and you just go straight to that. If you ever have questions, don't listen to all of us traders, online traders and stuff. Go right to the horse himself and ask him. Go to the AI and it will tell you, it'll give you the reference, it'll give you the video, it'll give you his words, word for word. You ask the question, it will find you the answer, it'll give you the video references, it'll give you the written word as well. Word for word, what he's saying. When he talks about mitigation blocks, when he talks about rejection blocks and vacuum blocks and all that kind of stuff. You want to know the answer to that? Ask it. Ask the AI and it will give you exactly the reference to what he's saying. So you never have to worry about other people's interpretations of what Michael says anymore. Just go to the horse himself and ask. That's the best thing about that AI. I love it. I don't trade 15 seconds too fast. I'm not saying you have to, but if you're looking for that, you're looking for a 15-second chart, you want to see it get above here, find support. It's no different than everything else that we've done. I want to see a body get above here. We don't. We get a wick right now, and we're inside this small little range here, right in the middle of it. So I want to see us pop back through this little level, and it's not moving that fast. There's your first 15-second fair value gap. So come back, tap it, get through this level, sweep this, use that for support, come lower. Now we're waiting. Is it moving too fast? Come on, hurry up, let's go. There's the tap. Now you want to see it rip through this level. That's not moving too fast, is it? Take your time. You want to see it get through this level and then use that level or this low as support to come lower. Or it's got to break that high. Anyway, so we reached all the way back up into that wick level, that little imbalance in this BISI. Now I want to see this get taken on the downside, use it as support to keep marching lower. I don't trust 15 second. That's like saying I don't trust the algorithm on a 1 second chart. I don't trust it. I trust the algorithm, but only at certain levels. If it's fractal, my friend, it means is no matter what level you're on, it'll run. It'll do the same, exact same thing. Exact same thing. So we haven't got you fully converted to algorithmic trading yet. We will get you there. The links of the videos, I don't take, yes, the links to videos take you to the exact point in the video as well, which is nice. It does. It's a great little AI. Whoever invented that, man, thank you, thank you, thank you, because it's free and it's the best thing to do. It's like, to me, it's the best way to talk to Michael, right? It's the best way to talk to Michael is ask him direct questions. Just go straight to the AI and ask, and it'll answer it. Because you know when he used to say back in the old days, when he used to say, hold on to your questions because they will be answered in time. Well, he's done 8 years of it since the 2016, and I guess 7 years of it, and he's pretty much answered any question you want to ask. So type it in and he will give you your answer. You know how to trade, Craig. You got a master's degree, man. You know what you're doing. That's a good trade in oil. You caught that as a long today, celebrate, be happy. Be happy with your accomplishment, man. So there's that trade below. Come back inside. Now I want to see that just drop down lower. Like, get some speed here now. Because if it reverses and trades back through this level, all this kind of thing here is the same as what we're looking at on NQ. All this. See that? See how we went above it, traded back into it, back into here, back into that imbalance right here, and then went higher. Could this be a first stage distribution, accumulation, retest? This is like cam 1, cam 2, all the way up to here. You want to see a small piece of this stay open, roll over and come back down again. So let's see what kind of reaction we get off these lows. What's in here that I can run into? Right there. Okay. This is what I'm looking for. I'm happy looking for the next trade. Good. This is my father-in-law's kind of advice. He's been trading. He's in his 80s now. He's been trading his whole life. And he's very well off. And he says if he makes 5%, 7%, 10%, whatever, he hits his goal or his objective. And he says, and I take my money out, and if it takes off on me, he says, I don't care. I've made my money. I'll look for my next trade because I'm in here. I'm in the process of, or the process of making money. I'm in the business of making money. So he says he gets his target, gets his objective, and doesn't get influenced by greed. He just goes, no, that's it, my target. And if it takes off, great. And there's so many times it's hit his target. He takes his money out and people keep saying, why do you stay in? And all of a sudden it goes boom and crashes all the way back. And you go, it may go up to, like, you sell it at $7 or something like that. It goes to 10 and people are like, you should have stayed in. And then all of a sudden, boom, it's right back to $1. And he's going, I took my piece, man. I took my piece and I'm happy with that. And he never has regrets. He never has regrets. It's so good for you, Craig. Man, if you take your piece, move to the sideline, and does he come to my chat? No, he's not interested in this stuff. I asked him, I said, share with me some of your skills, your knowledge, man. I said, pass it on so I can give it to your grandson. And he goes, it's just a feeling. I was like, you can't trade feelings. He goes, so I think he's just trained himself so much to recognize, because he was an old farmer, so he understands wheat and he understands the whole politics behind all that, grains and all that. So he just goes, that's just a feeling. So I don't know if that's with an ache in his knee he's got that happens when the weather turns. He knows it's a good time to trade. I don't know, but I can't learn off of a feeling. I need actual data points. I need precision. I need what Michael's provided. So no, he doesn't come to my charts because he'd probably look at that and go, what the hell's that kid doing? That doesn't feel right. Or yeah, that feels good. Um, no, no, no. Our kid does this. He's a graphic artist in uh, Vancouver. He's a amazing graphic artist. He has this little graphic art, but this anybody who's interested in getting some graphic art business done, contact Baron at Swoon in Vancouver. He'll take care of all your graphic arts needs. Advertising, product placement, he does all that stuff. There's that first tap at the fair value gap, initial presentation. We want to know his grain trades. Yeah, wouldn't that be nice, eh? There's the tap, go. We're through that level now. I want to see if we get a body through here. Then my whole idea of going lower switches. Right at this point here. We can still use his, where's wheat? Have I got wheat in here? Coffee, live cattle, sugar. We could do wheat. Watch this. What's wheat? Anybody know what wheat is? Let's change. Cocoa. Let's go to this. Let's do a bunch more. Let's do this bunch. And we'll add wheat. What's wheat? ZW. That's 30-second chart. We don't want to go there. Craig doesn't want to go near that. We're not going to do that. Let's do this. Let's see where wheat's taken us in the last little while. So we have change in direction, change in the state of delivery or market structure shift. We trade below it, come back into it, go lower. Rejection block gets hit. How many times did we tell you about that? Even in wheat, pay yourself at rejection blocks. It takes there, rolls over, takes this low right here of that SIBI, trades back into it. Right there, you can get short, aiming for here and here. It takes the low, good, get back in sync with it, go lower, look for your discount box down here, trades below it, you literally gap below it, come back inside it, and you want to see this whole level here, hold price. That gap's refilled, you roll through it. I'd like to see it come back and give it a little tap right here. Oh, it did it right there. And then now we're going lower, look for this low here. So wheat, that's wheat. That's my idea of wheat. That level's holding. I wanted to long indices there. Oh yeah, no, you don't want to long that until you get above the breaker. You're just up inside this level. So this could be one of those institutional order flow, or sorry, there's option trade entry reversals around 70% or so. 70, 75%. There's 70, 75%. And we're popping through it now. So this could go higher. Well, should go higher now that we're above this. There you go. Now I want to see that Now let's go for this breaker. I guess there's lots of little tiny levels. I'm getting lazy now. I'm not looking for them, but I am not bearish anymore. I'd only be bearish if we can get back below this inversion fair value gap. Sorry, this first presentation fair value gap below us here. I would consider getting low again, only to about here, and then see if we can get through that. Otherwise, upside now. Inside this range, I'm looking for further upside, filling of this fair value gap, and probably a retest of this breaker. Unless we get back through here. Let's see how we're back through that level again. Now you have to wait for market structure, or a little shift in structure here. You got above it, good. You want to see it support it. Now it dropped below it again, finding support, coming back into the range. Awful time. Nothing's clean here. Nothing's clean. I like a run down to equal lows we left using the 930. I'd like that too, Ollie. And if I was a weigh scale, I'd be just rolling over in here. Just a little few ounces of extra juice in here. Now you start pulling that off. Now go a couple extra. Now I'm tilting back this way to go higher. Taking some weight off this side, let it go up higher. That's my pivot point right there. You're below it, you start to go this way. Now you're back above that level. That's a pivot point for me. Now you're getting a nice little jump up there. So look for this breaker. This is a nice little entry long right here. Remember we wanted to get above that level. There's the body above. You've come back inside it, and the mean threshold is being respected, which is also that 4 a.m. constant or 4-hour constant encroachment. Lines up with an interesting data point. Hey, anyway, keeps going higher. Looking for this. Go back through the video. You'll hear me talk about this level and this level. When we're down here, we want to get above this level here on a close. It does. Now you want to see this, use this level for range extension, and I want to see this high get taken. Look at this. Body trades above, you come back inside, find support, push through, range extension, climb above that level, find support, push higher. Finding support off the first presentation for value gap, pivot point, smack, smack, smack. Now we're going higher, looking for this breaker. Oh, there's a D, 741. Late start for you this morning, Adi. Double wins just now. Logged NQ and then ES, NQ first and ES. Good for you, Russell. That's got to feel good, man. We're above the today's midnight open. Use midnight open here. Let's see that keep going higher. And there it is. Let's see if we can get that breaker and a full fill of this fair value gap here. Then I'm looking for we have this little breaker right here we're bouncing into now. We're into Wednesday's midnight open range. And we're about to tap that breaker. Bink, right there, done. So pay yourself there, fulfill, and see if we can get on top of this now. That's the fulfill of the fair value gap completed. This is an opportunity to take out all this these relative equal highs above us, pop through that, get back into this little premium box up here, and see if we hold off of that premium box. So if we go to, let's say 93 or 973 to 977. If we can get through this and use this as support, then I'm looking for this candle right here. So remember, this was the support where I was looking for last night for it to go lower. And eventually we got there. I'm looking for the same kind of thing. If we break these highs, I'm looking for this candle to do the same. We come back up to it. I want to see some sort of reaction off of that. If we eat through this candle, I look at the lower time frames to look for a SIBI in here. If we get through that SIBI, then I'm looking for another run into the mean threshold of this candle, rejection block, and then chipping away at this wick at 4 different levels of that wick. So now we're above this candle. Right there. We're not above the high yet. We're above this candle here, and look at this smack. The slap down inside the rejection block, like 50% of the rejection block. Change in direction. We got the macro beginning now, so watch for a return into here. I'm going to get a little short right there. I want you to get it off that midnight open. Stop loss will go just up here. Take the stop loss down here now and move to, I'm going to be just below my entry. It's a risk-free trade now. Let's see if we can get through here. So remember, when this candle drops through 1, through 2, you can take the second one. To be honest, I was looking for this one here as well, but that's good enough. As soon as it takes out the low, move yourself to break even. And now let's see if we can to get back inside this range. So now, ROM, if you're watching, take profit model 1. You pay yourself, take off half the trade here, and leave the rest on to run. You pay yourself a rejection block, you should pay yourself there. This is my little range here, and you've tapped the rejection block. So if that rips all the way back through and takes me out, you'll see why you should have paid yourself there. So if this doesn't take me out and comes back down again wrong, I'm going to use take profit model 1 here. I'll explain take profit model 2. No, it's not. Pay at rejection block is not a take profit model 3. It's just that anytime you get to a rejection block, you should pay yourself. It's not any specific model. It's just one of those safeguards. Instead of running for that absolute low, pay yourself at that rejection block, because if it reverses on, goes all the way back up, you're seeing right now it was over $1,000. Could have taken out 500 of that. That would have been more than what I'm going to end up with if I lose. Does that make sense? So you pay yourself a portion there, and then if it comes back to you and you got a couple $100 left on there, who cares? You made $500–700 out of the 1,000 that was when it got down here. So we're back below that little important pivot level. We still have this up here. I don't want to see it come all the way back up in there, but if you're looking at this small range that we're in now, we've kind of swept through this little swing point here, and there, 50% is taken. Came back and got me. So out of that $1,000, I only got $400 out of it, but could have taken 5 out of there, and then another 2 out of there. So that's the much profit you could have given. You've lost now as a result of this. Unless you left your stop loss sitting up here still and you're willing to risk all of that to come back into here or here. If it goes above that, then you're underwater and you're about to lose your stop loss. That's why we pay yourself a rejection blocks. I want to see this act like a next leg lower. But I want to see this start to really accelerate through here. If we get back through this level and this level, look for continuation on the upside as this leg wants to run higher. So you got to be prepared to change your mind and say, I wanted to see it come lower. I'm not going to get that. Stay on the horse, man. You got to be prepared to change your business is under attack. You need to know how to pivot. Know when it's changing directions on you. So I'm watching this first level here. This would be great to see this start coming down deeper into that range. If I get back above here, then I'm neutral. And if you get back above here, I'm positive, I'm bullish. Right now I'm still bearish until I go into neutral and then above there positive. So neutral. We just tapped that midnight candle. We didn't get it there. it's there. No bodies above here yet. You get 2 seconds there. Tell me that's not a data point that's interest, eh? Right on that money. Rose right up. If we go above the 830 candle, so we've swept the lows. You want to sweep these highs first, and then you come back into the 830 for Hadid setup. The Hadid setup is a swing through the lows, take the highs, come back, use the 830 candle to push higher. Right now, this is still providing support. I want to see this pivot area give way right here, and then this start to really push down hard. We just wicked up into this premium midnight candle, and the bodies are respecting this here right now. So still looking for lower prices. So far, so good. Watch this little pivot area here. I want to see this mean threshold. Once we get through here, I want to see if this mean threshold gives way, and then start running for these lows in this, using some leverage in here to push down lower. So really you're inside here and you're right near the 50% equilibrium of this small little range here. That one, that premium level's holding price right now. You can go all the way up into here for premium as well. But as soon as we break this, then I'm looking for another run on this and this here. But until then, I'm still bearish. Overall, I'm still bearish. But we don't have a market structure shift either, so this is a consolidation territory. If you're just trying to stay on the horse, just trying to find out for a level of precision, I have an immediate rebalance right here. And we're banging into this discount. And we just popped up into the premium. You're looking at my box-to-box setups. Oops. Let me get rid of all these crossover. Premium, there's above that level, and this is the discount right here below 50%. So now I want to see this pivot area give way, meet threshold, keep coming lower. How many of you were saying that was going higher? If you're saying that to yourself and you're saying it's, and you haven't got a solid reason to say it's going higher, other than the fact that you're looking at a higher time frame, I'm just sitting right here on the horse, just watching it trade and looking at specific levels. Look at that pivot level, just get hit right there. So now I want to see this get broken to the downside. So far, that's still supporting it. If you can't explain candle by candle why it's not going there, get a real good understanding of this algorithm, watch candle by candle, and you're looking for specific data points inside ranges to hold or reject price. And that right there is just that pivot point. And that froze right on the premium box. First premium, second premium's here, and that midnight candle. So you can see how they're key levels right now, holding price, and it's bouncing around between them. It's got to start jumping out of there, and you want to see a big displacement one way or another. That's why I'm more 51% bearish than I am bullish. Till we get above there, I'm bearish. You guys really want that all-time high attack again, don't you? There's no indication that all-time high is getting hit yet. I really don't understand why you guys keep thinking that high is going to get hit yet. There's nothing on the hourly that says it's going there. Until we get back above here and here, that high is still intact. And we're in a Thursday reversal. So until this gets broken, and that gets broken, and this gets broken, that order block, that high is safe as far as I'm concerned. Unless it just some news event comes or something happens and it shoots up there. Algorithmically, I do not see you guys that reaching for that high. I just don't see it. And that's only on an hourly chart, though, by the way. Your 5-minute chart hasn't even supported that run back higher. It's just running back inside this small 5-minute range that we had since the opening of the day. That wick's being rejected. And now we're going, we've got change in direction, support right lower, back to here. We're still going lower. We're at the pivot point now, and we're bouncing. See how we're bouncing literally back and forth between those two levels? So you're in that consolidation, and those are the two data points. So saying it's going somewhere higher, I want to see, where's your proof that it's going to go higher? Where's your, show me. If I'm missing it, then I'd be more than happy to admit I'm wrong. Just show me where I'm wrong. Hidi loves those 15-minute charts. See that right there? There's a 15-minute. There's an immediate rebalance. We have not even broken that 15-minute on the upside on a closed candle yet. And let's see how we're reversing. So far, we're supporting my idea of going lower. And this isn't about whether or not I'm right or wrong. I'm just trying to stay on the horse. So when people keep saying it's going, taking all-time highs, that makes me go, am I on the right side of this? Are they seeing something I'm not seeing? So there's that little tiny level right here. If you get through this, and what is that? That's that pivot point. This is the hourly pivot point right here. So if I trade below that, hold on to that, I'm coming back down this whole big bull candle. I'm going through it again, right? See how we've wicked through it? The bodies, how we bang on these things, get a bit of wick through them. See how they're very important levels. Look at that. And we drew that data point out before we even mashed around on this level. It's because it's this level right here on the higher time frame hourly. That's why I call that a pivot. That right there, in, let's go. Come on down. Come on down. Come on down. Again, still in between these two. Wicks don't matter. I want to see bodies get below there. Drinking coffee and watching. No popcorn. Thank you for this session. See you tomorrow. See you later, Rom. What? the equal highs about there was bullish SMT. No, I don't know. You have to ask those other guys about SMT. It works when it works, and then it doesn't. So it's a fickle princess or a fickle mistress. Sometimes it works. I like it. I think what Ali says is a good point. You use it during times of SMT is probably the best time to use SMT is during macro times, news events, and I think he had somewhere else. Ollie, you can just kind of type it on the side there if you could. What specific times to use SMT for? Like this is an SMT if we don't get ES take that high. If ES takes that high and NQ doesn't, and it's at a macro time, 950. So let's look at that. See that? It didn't even get anywhere near that level. Look at that. That high, that breaker was taken in NQ and ES. It said no chance. I'm not taking it. Now that's not an SMT because you guys would draw your lines like this and say that's a downward one, that's a downward one. But looking at that from a specific data point level, looking at SMT from a data point level, this one hasn't been hit. This one has been hit. So is that an SMT? Right? That one went higher. This one refused to go higher, holds price, and we're starting to roll over again. So is SMT only used for swinging above old highs? Even though you're still in this little arrow or line down that you would draw, there to me, there's still a divergence because this specific level wasn't hit. And maybe it's a different way of looking at SMTs. This one did. This one didn't. Does that make sense? So it might be just a new way to look at your SMT divergences. See how we trade below it? Right back up inside it now. Now I'm even more bearish overall. Now, like we said before, I want to see this low get taken. Use this for support and start pushing lower. That hourly level has broken to the downside. And if we get back through it and through this, then you're back into consolidation and mess again. This is not price action I'd want to trade off of, but I am looking at specific points for support or resistance. The Dow made a lower low. S&T. I think people put too much emphasis on S&T, but that's just me. That's just me. It's probably because I don't know it that well, and I don't rely on it that well to make a decision. I still rely on these specific levels, specific data points, and you give me any SMT that you think it's going to turn, I will give you a data point that confirms or denies that. So, and that's not ego, that's just saying, you show me an SMT divergence that is contrary to where I show it turning. And your SMT works out versus my change in direction and my inversion levels and data points. Look at that level. Bang, bang. It's just banging on it. Look at how many times it's been hit. It's just like a juicy little area for data points to be bouncing on and off of. See, we're starting to come back up. We're wicking through it now. Sloppy, choppy price action. We've come down to the rejection block again. 50% of the wick. Look at the 50% of that wick. draw it out. These are all levels you should be looking for on your chart. Equilibrium. Look at that. Right on equilibrium. And you want to see that go higher. I think that's actually just a tad bit short of equilibrium. Yes, it is. Just a tad bit short of it. Now we're back through this level. So now you're back into, well, okay, still bearish overall, but now we're back into this range. So this is the immediate threat, immediate area I want to see supported. See how it just tapped it again? Now if we go higher, you're looking at this level. And if that starts to give way, then you're looking at this level. And if that gives way, mean threshold, and then you're looking for a continuation on these highs. Then I start to get back into sync with everybody saying it's going to run on the highs. I start to say, okay, here's my next point. Here's my next point. To confirm a run up there. I see way too many times people overreach PD arrays. And they've got like, they're reaching for, they're seeing things that are way up here and they go, yeah, it's going there for sure. No, you don't know it's going there for sure. And then when it gets it, they go, see, I told you. You know how many things had to transpire for it to get there? And you got to find confirmation all the way up. It's like climbing a rock, that rock face. You're not going to get up there until you find footholds along the way. There's support. There's the next level. So where are you inside this whole range here, from here to here? You're back up in that premium level again, right? There you're into that box one more time. A little tiny wick pop through. Now you want to see this get through here, find support at this, and then start running for this one. So you go from rejection block through here, through the mean threshold, and then run for those little tiny rejection block there, and then the high. If you don't get a body above here, you're back into chop still again. Oh, there's a nice little punch right up. Now we're going to start working this upside. That was a nice PDA long setup. Well, I wouldn't have taken that as a trade, but it did hit a specific point where you were right above it, tapped it, and then went higher. But after all this, are you sure it's going to go there? These are nice data points, but wouldn't trade that. I'll look for this mean threshold here now. Got to get a body above here first. Let's look at some other stuff. Lewd crude oil. Still did not get a body above here. Wick. Did we get a body back down here? Tap this. Yes, we did. Remember that one we were calling for over here? It tapped that. Next level is tapping this or this. 63.38. Discount box. Busy. 63.38. Right there. See if we get through that. What did our, that's natural gas. British pound came lower, so we expected the American dollar to come up to that level. It's hit that level perfectly. Let's push the prices down in foreign currencies. We expected more down in foreign currencies, so perfect. Right into the level we called for this morning. At 98.08, I think I called for this morning. That's 98.09. What's this candle's open? 98.09. Should have called 98.09. So now you want to see the next one above that is 98.22-ish. I'll see 98.09 hold and roll over and start coming back down again. And then it's got to get below, yeah, it's got to get below here. 98 or 97.87. On a closing, we're looking for this down here. That should give you some upward pressure on foreign currencies again. Found support off of here. Pushing higher. See that's when it's cleaner, right? It comes all the way down into our level that we're looking for. And then you see this, a response. So it's run up above, it gives you a nice little body above that level, comes back down to it, finds some support, and then you want to see it leave like that. That's cleaner price action, this job. When we saw it come down to here, we wanted to see this candle do what this candle's doing. You want to see it leave. So the moment you see it roll over like this, you go, oh, I don't want to see it come back here. Why are you coming back to tap that again for? Unless you're hunting for that mean threshold, there's no reason for you to come back and double, triple tap. And you see this doing this, you think, no, wait. Just wait. Wait for something cleaner because it's come all the way through the mean threshold. It stops right on the mean threshold, the body does. Bounces on it a few times, then finally clears it out. You come back deeper into this range. You're still inside this candle. The body still respects that candle. And if you use all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all of those make the breaker that takes this low. So you can put your stop loss one tick below the whole breaker, wherever the last up close candle is, and you've been fine. High taken, supported, go higher, right here. Body gets above it here, supports, reaches for rejection block, pay yourself a rejection block, high, next candle's high, and then we get the next premium above us. Gold. We can get above these two candles here. I see gold come up to 3,400 again. You already got a change in direction right here. You haven't been able to get in on that. Look for the candle to the left. I want to see us use this candle as support. And it's inside this breaker right here. So you want to wait for market structure shift. And you're already above the premium portion. So you're paying a premium to get a little bit more premium. So unless it comes all the way back down to here to catch this for a run higher, I wait till you get a market structure shift. Mean threshold, whole price, wicks, no body above here yet. All the way back down to our little midnight candle. And you're in Chopsville again. High taken, change in direction, find support, come lower. Change in direction here, find support, come lower, take the low, small little range extension here. Then you're back up above this level. You want to see this midnight open candle get tapped again, right there. Leave that open and go higher. Now, come back into this level again. It's choppy. This is messy, man. Don't even play in this. Don't even try to hit that button, Russell. Leave those buttons alone. It's not clean at all. This is choppy. See, I filled that in, and now we're right back into this first premium. Get some support off that. Let's go. Keep coming higher. We went above it, went below it, went above it, and now you found some support here. So when you go above your area and come back and tap it and then work through the other side of it, wait for market structure shift. Otherwise you're playing, I'm going to go short, I'm going to go long, I'm going to go short, I'm going to go long. You keep giving back money, and it can eat you up in consolidations. So just wait for a market structure shift. What's our Bitcoin up to? Ooh. Bitcoin hit our downside objective. Ooh, did it ever? Nicely. Dusted. So if you got on that short they had in Bitcoin this morning, and like right off of here, you got that short, aiming for the discount box, you nailed it. From there to there, that was another 22,000 to 18, that's 4,000 on that one. So now you want to see this hold price, roll over, take this low again, use it as support, and then run lower. And I'll be looking down here. Come all the way up inside here, and then go lower. There's the first tap. We said wheat will go lower. It's going lower. Little piggies, we're looking for them to get up into here. Disney filled that little gap there, did not come all the way up to here, opened and we're back below this level. I'm going to see if this level holds support now and start running back down into this little gap. And then see if we take out this breaker right here. Mind you, we're still inside here. This could go higher. You have two overlapping arrays here. One wants to send it higher. This one wants to send it lower. Lots of overlap there. Look for your premium too. We got through that level. We're looking for oil, so now the next thing you want to look for is, I'd like to see us run to 63.21 to 63.17. 63.21. In there. We get above here and use this high to support. We can run up higher again. Let's see if we can get down into this level here. We start getting through that. Then we're running back down into 63. 63.08, whatever. Mr. Jones, Mr. Jones, Mr. Jones. I want to see this roll over now and come lower. People say, but what about all these equal highs up here? That's not what it's telling me. Institutional order flow entry drill. Let's go. Come on down. This can run all the way up into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's like 7 data points ahead of me here. And I'd be looking for before that even 8, actually. Yes, 7 points before reaching those highs. And it's heavy right now. It's a good switch up. It's got to get above here though. That little high it's made, it's got to get a body above that. And then I'm neutral until we just see what happens off this candle. Yes, it's working up here finally. Working into its order block, and it's now filled that fair value gap. NQ's finally busted through. That's a nice little pop through. That's a nice little tag. I do like that. Now we're getting up in here. See how we're putting a little wick through here now? We get up on top of that, then I'm going higher into this range. Then I'm looking for a fill of this and this little lower level bounce. There's a small little premium up there at 24.03003. Basically, it's a D's 830 from yesterday. I'm going to leave that in there. It's right inside that 6 a.m. candle. That will be the upside objective we'll be reaching for now. You've tapped this. If we can get through that level right there, that's the level I'd be looking for upside. See how I said this level has to get broken to the upside with a candle? Look at that, right up there. And what does it do? Comes back down and tags the top of it, right there, and then leaves. Range extension. Same rule applies. That's the rule. Yes, it's a bit messy. Price action ES hasn't filled the regular trading hour gap yet either. This is a nice little run higher now, Hans. Look for this objective here. As soon as that's closed above, look for the run up there. This is what I wanted to see. Like overnight, I wanted to see this go earlier down here. And this run up is what I wanted to see this morning. I had, like you saw, my entries were up here off this low, this swing low, and this candle here for a short. But it went short right away. Now I'm looking for this to hold. That's another pivot point for me. As this was a pivot point. This is a pivot point. Looks like it's going to be an institutional order flow entry drill on the daily. Gotta go D. You all have a good day. Let's see you later, Abs. Take care, buddy. Oh, if you want to look at that as an institutional order, I wouldn't look at that as an institutional order flow entry drill. That's just an immediate rebalance or refill of this pissy. But people have their own definitions for stuff. I'm cool with that too. I'm cool with that. I dare to call all-time high. Don't do it, Ollie. Don't do it. Retap, retap. Let's see it retap. I'll put one in here. Right there. I'll put one in. I want to see this hold now. Now we've traded above it. I'm going to target that right there. If it takes that high, I'll move to break even. See how it's acting off of here? There's the mean threshold. It's got to go now. Let's tap this. Get out of dodge. Nobody likes a waffler. Nobody likes a waffler. That's 2 times we've hit this order block now. Gotta go. Life is so much simpler without bees. This bees and trading combination is a tough gig. I bet. How are you enjoying it though? You must be getting some satisfaction out of that, out of the bees as well though. Tell me you're enjoying it. I'm out for today, guys. Too much chop. Still grinding higher. So how many times that's hit that? I don't like that. So I'm going to move my stop to here. This consolidation, you want to see 50% of that consolidation, no more. I'm going to do a cam model here. I'm just below 50% there, so that's it. This constant retapping. Tap it once and get out of here. I'm out. I don't like that. It's probably going to go higher, but I don't like all this triple, quadruple tapping stuff. Not clean enough, too choppy. I know I'm impatient. I recognize my shortcomings. It's the ADHD. I just like, give me my, I want this to happen. Let's do it quick. Let's move. Let's go. See, there it goes now. It's like, we just tap this 2 or 3 times. Darren will get out. We can unload his trade and send it higher. My bee friends had their large hive destroy their small hive and take the honey. Really? Bees attack their own friends? My bee friends had their large hive destroy their small hive and take the honey. Wow. Does it actually kill the bees, or do they just, like the Borg, do they just assimilate them? Did the other bees just get assimilated into the new larger hive, or they all get wiped out? So I go to the store and buy my honey. Oh, Derek. It's all about balancing the buzz and the biz. Nice. You'll get stung by both markets. Oh, these balance the buzz with the biz. Look at you. Ah, that's funny. That's funny. Now you see why I'm impatient. I don't like When I don't like what I don't like, I'm out. And if it goes higher, whatever. Didn't take a loss, but let's see it get there now. Just to kind of rub it in and say, haha, laugh at me. You should have stayed in the. If it's not acting the way you want, man, get out. Don't worry about where it goes after the fact. Look at that, straight there now. Popcorn show. Yeah, if we get above this level, I'm all for you guys getting your all-time high. I'm into your looking for your. If we get above that, then I'm looking for rejection block, 50% of the wick, and then all-time highs. And you guys can say, you were right. You were right. It was going there. But I want you to see the levels that provide support in order to get there. So many different arrays have to be supported to get that higher reason. Body gets above a 5-minute, finds support at it, comes back, taps it at 964, and goes higher. This retest right here on the 5-minute chart is a retesting its old high, and over here, and going higher. Hit the box, done and dusted, inside the 6 a.m., right there. Perfect. All-time highs, we out here just took a buy scalp from 1030 range. The macro time begins. Do we roll over, take this out, start sweeping down? Or do we punch through here, find support at this, and then start running higher for the new all-time highs? The rejection block is a few handles ahead of us. 18 handles or so. I see you, D. I see you. $966, buddy. $966. Watch for 966 back here. And then you want to see 966 hold price right there, 968. Hold price right off this fair value gap here. This looks interesting. We come back to here. Trade below it, come back into it, come lower, Get into this area here, and you want to see this hold. And then I want to see a 15-second reversal. And then these little 15-minute one he's looking at here, this fair value gap. I want to see this, now that we've traded a body above here, I want to see it come back, tap that halfway through this wick or this candle here. That'll put you right on the 966 to 968 level right here. If you took your buy scalp, I hope you scaled yourself out of that 100 bills, honey dip bills. Trade below it, back inside it again. So this hour may end with this candle being really small here and leave this open, which is ideally what I want to see, a body with a fair value gap above it. Then you do your graded response and you want to see A plus is just to keep leaving. Watch it on a smaller time frame come down, tap a level and just keep going. That's an A plus. A would be an institutional order flow engine drill. B would be consequent encroachment or old high here. C would be 75%. D would be a fill. That's how we grade that response. So trade below, trade into it, keep coming lower. But you want to, if it's going to come back and tap this and then go higher, it's going to do it in this hour. And we still got 7 minutes left. So my guess is it'll probably just linger around here before reaching for that. And then right on the next hour, reach for that. Which is the 11 o'clock. See this 11 o'clock turn at the macro? Six more minutes. That's Hadid's 830. We call it Hadid's 830. It's Michael talked about this 830 candle being a sensitive level. Hadid has a setup that comes off of this 830. So I just affectionately call it the Hadid 830. You're welcome. I'm using this candle here as support, the high, the open, and the mean threshold. The close below this level right here, and take this candle's mean threshold out. Then we're running back into this. I'll get out of that trade. There. I'm going to see this candle hold price. If I lose the mean threshold, I'm on the wrong side of it. It's going to do a deeper run back into here. I want to hold that. No. Watch this in here. High open. I didn't want to go down. I didn't want to put my stop way down there. I wanted to see this hold. It didn't. Now, technically, you should, as soon as you see this here, you look for the reversal on a lower time frame. I was just trying to, again, pick the lows. You can't pick the low. I was kind of hoping that we would get that fair value gap forming in there. It didn't work. So now we've taken that mean threshold. This whole target comes into play. Right off that midnight open again. Right back into this imbalance right here. And this one. Watch it leave from here. Just come down and take out my stop loss and then go. Gold looks better than NQ today. What time frame are you looking at gold on? Because that looks like just as bad a chop. Yeah, look at those wicks. We came back into that breaker. Now we're looking for this to run down lower into here. Yeah, I want to see this roll over here now. Bitcoin looks a lot cleaner than those other ones right now. Hit the premium level we're looking for. Our 2 arrows right down here. Right inside them. Lovely. There's the bounce off that level. Sorry, right here. That high to there. Hit it. Look for a change in direction. Right there. Looking for it right here. Trades above it. You don't get to get into it. Wait for the high to get taken. High gets taken here. Next high gets taken there. Comes back and taps that order block. And this imbalance right here. So if you're going from box to box inside a small range, this is it right here. I guess you can include that there. So if you can catch this, which you can't, that literally opens and closes, and you have to include this one and that one. So right there, it finally popped above it, but you didn't get into it here, and you're already up into the premium. Wait for the premium to get taken. You don't get a chance to get into it there. So you wait for high to get taken, which is right here. High is taken, and you finally get a chance to get in sync with it and go. And you run to the next premium level up here. It hits that, change in direction, comes back up inside it, takes the low, change in direction, trades above it, comes back down, comes up into the high, pay yourself at rejection blocks, change direction. So now you're looking for this level here to get close below it, opened, tapping it, looking for a run down again. Looking for this level here to get taken on the downside. And then, oh, switched up. No body below the low. It did have this. So now that was just a quick rip through there. You want to see that level hold. It didn't. Ran right through it and just tore out. That's so close. Your stop lot where your consolidations are so close. One candle ripped through all of those PD arrays and cleaned up the equal highs. That happens. That happens. That's 15 seconds, man. Oh, I'd like to see that come down here one more time and tap this 63.41. See, stay inside these sticks here now. So, Hadi, you've had your lows run out. Your highs have been run out. You've returned back into your 830 candle. So this would be your buy, right? Right off of here. That would be a long for you. Is that correct? Hadi hasn't been in here this morning. He's in the other channel. And I guess your stop loss does go down here. Still got someone in here. Nope, on the wrong side of that. Wrong side again. Wrong side. Right below us. Yeah. Super chop. I'd like to see it come back and tap this. Right inside this big old box here now. You want to see this tap and go. Just leave off of here and go higher. $9.35 and $9.24. $9.35. $9.24. Let's see if we come into that. Um, and for those all-time highs, you guys are going to feel vindicated once those all-time highs are all-time highs are taken again. You'll feel vindicated. Dave Barry, how you doing? Haven't seen you for a bit. Good to see you. I was thinking about you the other day. I wrote you a little message there on the Telegram. He popped into my head. I thought, oh, better let him know. Just popped into my head. Hope he's doing well. Like Lucas. Lucas actually popped into my head. I was like, oh, I wonder how Lucas is doing. Good. Glad to hear it. I gather your daughter's back from her honeymoon and deeply entrenched into life now. Oh, yes. My girl and I are going to have our wedding next year. I keep calling her my wife. You guys are probably so confused. I proposed to her this year. We've been together for a lot of years already. So I proposed this year, and next year we're going to have our wedding after. The son has his wedding this year. We'll wait till next year. So we have a honeymoon and all that coming up. So I have no idea where we want to go. Let's see what kind of happens in between these two sticks here. There's the first one. How do you top hanging with the elephants and giraffes? You don't. You don't. That's well, you never know. There's many beautiful things to see in this world. I think seeing those kids Uh, when we went to that school, the Masai Mara school, the uh, the dancing they put this big show on for us. Oh man, it brought me to tears. It was just so amazing to watch these kids just dancing their little hearts out, and they were good. Like they went second place in the national competition just last week, I think it was. So yeah, that was a beautiful thing. Let me tell you, and to share that with the friends and then help them out. That was another. You can't beat those kind of moments in life. And then getting to see the animals and that as well. Well, that's a bonus. Watch the sensitivity in this level on a honeymoon. Yeah, I don't know. I thought my wife would love to go on a diving honeymoon. She doesn't dive, but I thought, wouldn't that be an awesome honeymoon if we just went diving? She's like, no. I wanted to have a pirate wedding. I was like, hey, why don't we like rent a pirate ship and have a pirate wedding? She goes, what are we, like 9? Is this like a kid's birthday party here? I'm like, come on, it would be awesome. I could invite my friends. We'd all get dressed up like pirates. You could be the winch. I could grab you from one boat, swing to the other boat. There's nothing better than a 60-year-old grabbing another 60-year-old and swinging from one boat to the next. Everybody, are they going to make it? We could make our relatives walk the plank. It'd be so much fun. She's like, no. Alas, our all-time highs are the mountain is not being navigated. We've bounced off that level, that premium level, that premium box right here, and then rejecting off of it. See that? This premium box right here. I'm going to drop right out. See if you see it. Mhm. Right on the money. Beep. And now we're rejecting off of it. So now you're at box to box on a 15-minute chart. So right here, you see how you've popped up above it? I think Hadi had called this on the channel there as well. You trade above that level, you came down, tap it, box to box. You finally reached it here, tap it. That's my box to box setup. I wasn't looking on a 15-minute, but he likes to look at 15 minutes, so he would have seen this beautifully. Catch that. If you don't see it here, you would have gone boop, tapped it there, and all in this 1 hour would have given you box to box trade. And now, if it gets back through this box, we're heading lower again. If it gets to this mean threshold, we're heading lower. And then it starts to eat through the 25, 50%, 75%, close, and then run lower. And that old high doesn't get hit. inside the box, inside the sticks. That puts you right inside this candle's open and its mean threshold. That's where we're sitting right now. So if you want to see some support off of that, we now have to get back through this cluster here with an intense candle, like a bush, really big bullish candle pushing through here. If we want this to go higher as another price leg higher and take out those all-time highs, you want to see some real aggressive movement here. And we're moving into lunch hour, so you're inside this whole range now. You've got premium above you here. It's already been hit once. Down here below you, immediate rebalance to here. That little pivot point again. Sit right through that pivot point and come lower. Go to the Outer Banks of North Carolina and see where the pirates hung out back in the day. Oh yeah, I've seen that in England. I've seen some good pirate places in the Caribbean. Yeah. We saw this little tiny hut on the side of the beach. They said when the bodies used to wash up on shore, you'd come to that hut and claim your body. You'd come there and check out, see if your loved one or the body that had washed up was yours. I don't know how they keep put them in there. And that hut still exists from hundreds of years ago. They're like, yeah, they used to put the bodies in there and people come in and claim them and bury them. If they didn't bury them or claim them, then they were buried. I guess as they got riper. Yeah, it was weird. You know, there's lots of interesting pirate type places, especially down in Cornwall in England. You get to see some really fancy. Every time I walk into those little caves that are stuck on the side of the beach, you know, in the side of the mountain, you think, oh, there's probably buried treasure in here. This would be a perfect place for a pirate to bury some treasure, which is probably what everybody's thinking. Now this has got a hold price here on a 15-minute chart. It's got a hold and come back up through this mean threshold here. If we start to eat through this on the downside, then I'm starting to feel like I think we're gonna run down into this level anyway. We've lost that mean threshold of that candle. Tells me you want to dig deeper into this. We've already been into here. Constant encroachment. So I want to see if we run back down into this lower portion that hasn't been traded into yet. Keep coming lower. All right, what else have we got here? I'm gonna look for a couple of other things, and that might be it for me for the day. Didn't quite get to that level. looking at in here? This last up close candle, we broke above it, traded up, came down, tapped it, went higher. I don't know why, I'm trying to think about why I put my stick here for. A different time frame, maybe? Should be on top of that guy there. That guy right there. Puts you in there. That low. That's short. Let me see if this gets down into here still. It hit our breaker just where we wanted it to. And then now we're looking for around these lows and this right here. Disney's coming back into that little box we're looking at here. Up through it. Now we're back on the other side of it. We have an imbalance here or a gap. See if that gap gets worked, and then we come back down again, or work through it, come back, find support at it, and then push higher. Oh, did I get rid of my banks? I think I deleted all my banks. Did. It's a nice recovery. We broke through it right here. We tapped it, and we're looking for lower. So we broke through that mean threshold of that candle right here. That's this one. Broke through it, come back, tapped it, started running lower. There's the bottom of our SIBI. Instead, it would come down into this lower part of the SIBI, and it's done just that. So I want to see if we get through this level, fill this, and use that as support to come lower. Body breaks through the first presentation, uses it again to leverage lower, looking for 862. Just shy of it here. That's the high of that candle. 860. See if it uses this to go get some support again, or if this just start to work back into a wick again, start to push higher. Nice short from 1 minute fair value gap, 23.97, target equal lows. Well done. Well done, Hans. So that little pivot point we had there, trade through it, right back in, give it another little kiss, go lower. Interesting how right at that 10:50 macro, 11 o'clock, hits key level, change in direction, short here. If you just left it on, look where you'd be sitting now. There was some 99. There's over 100 handles there already. 130 handles. All-time high, says Ollie. Let's go. You've now got a bunch of PD arrays in your way again. So if this holds, you've gone from box, right here, box to box to box. Now you want to see it go to box again and take out that high and then run for the all-time highs. So if this is box to box to box, you want to see it start running back through that level. So you've got to get back on a close above 944. And now you're looking for any opportunity to see a reverse in here to go higher. So you'd have to see this and this give way. Is that a opening there? It is too. Look at that little imbalance. Came right back, tapped it. See if that holds and goes higher now. First presentation. This could be another big. We take out all these lows here. This one puts us right inside this little imbalance here. And this one see if these hold and comes lower. Puts us right back on here. See you tomorrow, Hans. Won't be tempted. It's something I'm practicing. Good for you. Walk away, man, when you can. This is a nice little market structure break right here. And then a tap and go lower. I think that's going to be it for me, you guys. I'm seeing some things and I'm missing some things. So I gotta know when to call it quits. And I'm still seeing stuff, but it's not as, I'm missing some very important little levels there, and my mind's not focused enough for this. So keep in mind on the higher time frame, 15-minute, you want to see this 15-minute give way to the upside. Mean threshold gets taken to run the next box, the premium box out again. If it doesn't, if it rolls over and takes that level, I want to see it come back, use it as support, take the lows and keep pushing lower. There's this little premium up here still. Yeah, that first presentation fair value gap on the 15-minute up there. If we hit that rollover and come back down again, you're really between in this range, premium or discount premium, lost being in this big civvy here. Yeah, these could be all big support levels. Roll over and keep coming. That could be another price leg lower. I could argue both sides of this. More bearish than bullish right now. But that said, I hope you guys had some fun. I hope you had a chance to learn something. And if you did, thumbs up, hit the like button, the usual. Subscribe if you're new. We're here every day helping you out. So enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Or I'll see you on the Telegram channel there. Anyway, take care. Talk to you tomorrow.